Hello, this is a short review video on Carinthia Explorer Two Plus bivy pack. This is probably one of the best bivy packs you can buy if you are looking for a military style bivy pack or at least some kind of excellent bivy pack. As you can see, this is in DPM camouflage and this originates from the Dutch Army surplus, and I bought this from eBay for approximately 80 euros, and this was in relatively good condition. This is also available from the Belgian Army surplus, and Belgians are of course using this jigsaw camouflage, and jigsaw camouflage is quite exotic, so I decided to go with the DPM one because DPM seems to be more suitable for Finnish forests and nature. And this is also available brand new from Carinthia, and if you want to get those are olive green, so it is a very relatively good color if you are hiking, let's say, in a forest or in a mountainside. This is a military product, so basically this is IR protected, and I have tested it, so it works quite nicely, and it's also really discreet, and so it's really good choice if you want to basically keep nosy people away from your camp, because this is really hard to spot from a forest. Let's say if you are making a camp, let's say 10 meters away from a road and there's a couple of trees, so it's really difficult to differentiate this from, let's say, a fallen tree from a distance. So that is one reason why you might want to get this, because it's hard to spot. There's also two other reasons: that this is relatively light, and this weighs 1350 grams, and this also packs relatively small space, so you get like 2 flies or 3 flies with 1 stone, or with a swat. I don't know how you kill flies, but anyhow, if you compare now the weight of this, let's say, to Hilleberg Acto, that is a 1-person hiking tent, those will weigh about 1750 grams, and this means that this is approximately 400 grams lighter. Well, the 1350 grams is without the compression pack, so with compression pack it's 1450 grams, and well, it's like 300 or 400 grams lighter. And the packing size is approximately, I would say, it's half of the Acto, because Acto has relatively long poles that are really hard to compress because they are aluminum. So what is separating this from a normal bivy pack is that this has a hoop or a tent pole, and it seems that there is 2 kind of tent poles. Other ones are from glass fiber, and the one that I had is made from aluminum, and the pole is basically in 5 sections and is already bent to the shape that you are now seeing here, so it's really easy to set this up. I would say that, as you can see, it took like 1 minute to set this up completely, so if you are hurry to get to sleep, well, this is a no-brainer. Well, this is a like compromise between weight and pack size, and of course the inside room, there isn't really that much room. The hoop will rise the ceiling to somewhere like 40 centimeters, and it's enough if you want to read a book or maybe eat something or maybe watch YouTube videos from your mobile device. But if you are spending enough or a lot of time in this one, it's really boring in a camping sense. So this is only basically a system where you go to sleep and nothing else. So if you go with this one, you really don't have a shelter unless you are willing to lie in your sleeping bag every time it starts raining. So like I said, it is a compromise, but there is also the fact to consider that if it starts raining and you want to get in or out from the bivy pack and you don't have any kind of top or shelter, well, it's really hard to keep your sleeping bag or, well, the interior of the bivy pack from getting wet. But this is really easily mended by having some kind of, let's say, a rain cape or something, and you can use that easily to sleep in and out of the bivy pack. But then again, if you have the rain cape, you can as well just use that as a top. But anyhow, it's a little bit tricky, but it's doable. Well, the basic structure is really simple. As you can see, we have two big zips that are behind very wide stone flaps, so there is no worry that the water will get to the zips and then sink inside the bivy pack. And also the stone flaps have these pop lock security things, so you can either use the zips or the pop locks. And the bivy pack also have these 6 ground loops that you can anchor the bivy pack in place, so if you are basically moving around inside your bivy pack while asleep, it stays in place. Also, what makes this excellent choice is that this has a mosquito net, so you don't need a separate mosquito net, and the mosquito net is easily basically operatable because you basically have to use one zipper, and basically the mosquito net folds away and you can just use these toggles to roll it to place. So really easy to use, it's really simple. I don't really want to go into details. As you can see from the video, well, you can see how it works, so there's no room for explaining. I just want to say that I like this and I recommend this for everyone.